Hi everybody. Okay, so for question one, what did you notice? I found the play interesting because it only had four characters in it. So that was something interesting. Question two, what values are being represented? And I found values to be a hard word um, to look at, so I was using the word perspectives. And so from the perspective of war, how PTSD plays has a big role in the play. And so, like for example, the dad won't talk about his time at the war, and the son comes back from Iraq injured. So it's how PTSD really plays a role in these people's lives. And then another perspective and value would be emotions, and how the soldiers are really they fear and loneliness plays a big role. And so the dad you can see is very lonely, and the play is structured so that each of the characters is sort of really just talking to themselves and not really to each other. For something that I circled Baruca, and that I learned was a Puerto Rican in the U.S. That's a term for them, and it's called that because the territory of Puerto Rico used to be called the U.S. Oregon, and so that's where that term comes from. It really shows the Puerto Rican side of this play. That's how I put it into perspective. As for question number four, um, it's really showing. It depicted the American soldier, as I said before, also as very fearful and lonely and sad, and this reaffirms the challenges that many of soldiers face today. They come back from war with PTSD. They're all upset and sad and lonely. Um, for question number five, um, I had that. Um, question number five was okay. So Fugue. Um, I had that was like a compilation of short melodies and phrases that are introduced by one character and sort of finished and put together by other characters. So like in the play, like the grandfather with his flute would play a little short melody, and they'd all say different phrases. So that's sort of what that is. Um, and then for question number six, two questions I had about the play. Um, One question was, why don't the characters speak to each other that much? I found really the whole play was set up so that the characters are just talking to themselves. And then another question I had was, with only four characters, how come we don't learn more about them? We seem to only scratch the surface with these characters, and for a play with such a little characters, how come we don't know more about them? All right, thank you.